here in the first game of the men's draw on day 2. The Japanese side, there they are, the heavy hitters, including Sakai at number 7, the leader of the side. Look out for Liu Luda, number 1 for China. Huge brute of a man, and ready to take this game by the scruff of the neck is referee Patrick Kwok of Hong Kong. Welcome to this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook Live. Jed Thide along with Nick Goodman, bringing you all the action as the opening restart from China doesn't go the distance. And Japan get the opportunity now to bring it off halfway with a tap and go, and they do tap, and they will go. This Chinese side, a good early test of China early on. Seru, Sakai, they come charging onto the ball to the Japanese side. Seru over the ball again. Get to move it with confidence. It's Soejima. Soejima half break from the big forward. Seru playing in the middle of the field now. Japan taking yards almost at will. Seru looks over the top. Looks like Sakai charging for the line. 5 short now, Japan. They should be in with a score here shortly, one would think. Seru finds Soejima, and it's Japan 5-0.
Well, Japan head and shoulders above everyone else on day 1 in terms of their quality and execution, and looks like they've just kept that going. Got the ball, went through multiple phases, and the big man finishing off number 2, Seru.
So we saw him 2 weeks ago in Hong Kong. He's an impressive figure on the pitch, a real leader.
In fact, it was Soejima.
And the 7th try of the series. Very cool operator. See him around the team hotel quietly. Always having a bit of a smile on his face. Very approachable guy. And Japan now forced to defend as China come at them through Liu Luda. Released. She manages to get the ball clear for Han, running strongly on. Now Chi again, they go even wider. Lee pins his ears back, he drives Japan, the ball was out, well read by Sakai. They pressure on the ball all the time, Japan. China trying to run around them if they can, through Liu. Junquei, he manages to get the ball loose as well. She takes it on. Good tackle again by number 10, Hashino. Penalty coming to China.
So some good continuity there from China, holding the ball through a few phases and winning that penalty.
Well, almost inexcusable that.
Giving them the big commentator's curse there.
The mockers on the list. No other way to look at it. Game's number 6 here this morning for day 2 as we get close to the end of the original pool games. Very shortly we'll be starting into the knockout side of the tournament. Well, the message clearly understood by the Chinese front row is well delivered.
Very clear.
By Patrick Kwok.
Very experienced referee on the circuit, Patrick Kwok.
They have a lot of beef up front to China, and it's Japan that break away, and Soejima takes on Liu. Just get the ball back and away. Straighten up. Good, strong effort by Japan. They hold the ball well. Here the call, ruck was formed. Suejima takes the ball back. Cross play. Nakazawa. Now they move it. This is looking much tidier from Japan. And in the end, it's Sakai who scampers off for the line. Japan take it to 12 with the kick to come.
Yeah, once again, Japan, whenever they get an opportunity from turnover ball, they're very good at finishing. They've got some speedsters out wide and good decision making by their middles. Draw pass, and he goes unmarked.
Well, they do play a highly intelligent game. The Japanese, both the men and women's teams. A real hallmark of their play is very quick and very accurate, often quite correct decision making.
Kicks away from Sakai, but 12-0 Japan up.
And they don't go into contact lightly either. They size up contact pretty quickly. So whether they can make any difference to it or not, that's well taken by China through Feng Wenru. Keep it close to the commentary touchline. It's a big barreling tackle though from Nakazawa. That was a monstering hit. Feng has no option but to spread it into the midfield. Luda just to get the ball free, trying to work it back towards the commentary touchline again. It's good into play by China. That's some good ball handling. Japan forced to converge. Now can they find some space, China? They go wide. Ultimately, they're dragged down. However, they've made good progress. China, the ball, look at that. The length of some of these passes is very, very, very good. Han finds Luda. Han back in the action again. Liu Luda lobs one over the top. The sky hook goes forward.
Well, they'll be disappointed with that. They'd started to create a bit of pressure there, and I think they made the wrong decision to go inside before that sky hook pass. There's a man outside unmarked.
Just pick up the closing moments of that. Well, points of creativity, at the very least.
Come off, yeah. Wouldn't look out of place in the NBA. But Japan have an opportunity here.
Probably would look out of place in the NBA. Number 8 for Japan is Masahiro Nakano. And Japan slowly getting themselves organised for the exit play. They take it to half-time. They lead China 12 points to 0. A little bit scratchy early on, Nick Goodman.
Yes, there's been a bit of few errors at the rucks and handling errors. Japan have finished their chances well, but they have coughed up a few opportunities for China. And like their women's team, they're very well drilled with their long passing.
I'd like to welcome some of the audience watching on Facebook Live. From the Hong Kong Referee Society, Malcolm Pratt. He'll be watching. I can't imagine you'll be up to much today, Malcolm. You've probably been told to sit on the couch and keep quiet by the wife. Sean McEwen dialing in. Sean, hope you're well there in Singapore. Of course, one of the most active MCs and auctioneers in the region. Does a great job raising money for charity. If there's one bloke that can get some money out of the room at a charity auction, Sean McEwen's your man. And Leslie McQueen watching from Brisbane. That's all right, we won't tell anyone else.
Grand final weekend in Australia this weekend. AFL yesterday, NRL this afternoon.
I was wondering why I haven't seen too many Australians around this weekend. It's been nice.
Yeah, no, it makes for a pleasant day.
And it is a pleasant day. As you can see, these pictures coming from our very talented production team. Yes, they've caught some great action this weekend. Some of it's been provided by our spectators. You've been all sorts. We had the cheerleaders yesterday. One young lady who was quite happy to just sit on her seat, start peeling back the drinks one after the other, showing some real talent for the future. Right through to our friend this morning completing her homework in front of the International Sevens. It's a dream come true. Living the dream, Nick.
Yeah, if you're in town, get down here. Free entry, lovely weather. Bring your own beverages, food. Enjoy a picnic and watch some quality international Asian Rugby Series 7s rugby.
Back live with the action now as Japan start the second half. It's secured beautifully by China. That was textbook stuff, and they rumble it back towards their own 10-metre line. Now they start searching for a bit of space. Good, heavy defence though from Japan. You saw it. Suijima and Nakano came over and shut down the options, but China playing robustly. They're playing with a lot of depth and a lot of width, China. And you've got to, against Japan, their defensive systems will be second to none. But China, they're doing very well and advancing with a lot of positivity down the pitch. There's space out there and they take more metres. The ball around the corner and China might come knocking here if Japan aren't watching themselves. There's the 22 and China should be looking to pick up the revs. The ball over the top, it could be dangerous for them. Into the action flows Zhang. Zhang for the line, and it is a well-constructed and superbly taken try, followed by a moment of madness. The Chinese players, they take the better position under the sticks. I just about tripped over there, to be honest, Nick.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Chinese coach would have been overly enamoured with that play, but got the job done in the end, and it was, as you mentioned, great build-up.
That's 2 high tackles now, no more.
The conversion is successful and trying to come back within 5 points of Japan.
Look at this ball, cut out 2 or 3 players and puts the afterburners on and gets a bit casual here.
Well, it defies description, ladies and gentlemen, and in fact, for the benefit of the game and the youngsters watching, I'm not going to say anything.
No.
And the gallery of bad ideas, you'll probably see that one about 5 or 6 times. I'm not entirely sure what he was thinking there, but he's got away with it. Japan seem to have just hit, well, casual mode at the moment, but we'll see what happens. Suijima, yeah, gets it out, and that's, looks like Nakano. Yeah, Sakai runs the line, and he just about picked up. As Motomura's making his way back into the action. I'm looking for the numbers. We'll come up with them soon. Suijima, he goes forward with strength. Sakai's there, reaches into the boot. Now he releases.
Danger times here for China.
Hashino to Seru, and well, I don't want to sound flippant, but they kind of make it look easy.
Yeah, he just strolled through there. It's just the right decisions being made by the insides, and they're giving these finishers the opportunities they need. Taking the opportunity to have a bit of a breather. Finally dots it down. So second try for Jose Seru. Huge man, listed here as a -96 and 115 kilograms.
Well, I don't think that's probably some of the most accurate measurements you ever see in a rugby program. I saw him up close in the hotel this morning as the conversion goes through. And if he's 196, he's all of it.
Yeah.
You might as well say 2 metres in rugby boots. And when he gets it full stride, this man, Jose Seru, he is, well, he'd be a bit of concern for anybody out wide on defence. Japan with a restart, and it's China forced down and into the middle of the pitch. taken by Chen, who drives it up and into contact with China again. Through Liu, they've lost the ball, they've been dispossessed. Hashino lobs it over the top. Number 1 is Kawasaki. Sakai. Hashino. There's the chip and chase. And we'll see who's chasing. Oh, see who's backing that chase up. It's been secured by China. Now the defence is spread here and broken. And this could be an invitation for China to take it downtown if they want to. Still space out there. But the Japanese reformed their defence smartly. They've done well. They've done very well. They've kept the ball though, China. Japan, they've righted the boat quickly. And Sakai gets himself into the action. Counter ruck from Sakai opens the ball up. Referee Kwok penalises China.
Fairly messy passage of play there, but Japan's come up with it again, so might be an opportunity to slow it down here and bang it into the corner.
Hands in the ruck, but you clearly heard referee Kwok say it was feet in the ruck, so we'll work on that graphic. Graphics being left behind a little bit by the action of the game as they look to break through, and they do, Japan, and it is Kawasaki who takes it in for 5 points as time ticks away from the Chinese team. They've performed well in this game, but it is Japan who stretch out the lead even further. 24 points to 7 kick to come.
Kawasaki, another colossus out here, standing at 1.91 m and weighing in at 103 kilograms, so a couple of big men on the flanks for Japan. Good draw pass through the space and the offload. Kawasaki times his run well.
So 26 points to 7, 15 seconds remaining. And it's up high, wide and handsome for China as they bring it down through Han. Lee. And they keep spreading the ball as wide as they can. Luda. Strong defense from Japan. 26-7. It's hard to think it was 12-7 at one point. Japan, they've just really opened the throttle, and even though China will break away for a consolation score, there's a 4 or 5 minute period in there at Goodman where Japan just grabbed this game by the throat.
Yeah, I mean, good finish there by Lee, but bit of a consolation try in the end. They had got themselves back into the game at 12 points to 7, but as you say, Japan just pulled away, too clinical with their finishing, and they're looking like they're going to be a hard team to beat this weekend in the men's side of the draw. China, though, gave a gutsy account of themselves, and they still look like they could be an opportunity to make the playoffs later on in the day.
Final score.